At just 13 years old, Donny Osmond became a global sensation. His voice topping charts with Go Away Little Girl, his face covering teen magazines, and his concerts drawing screaming fans everywhere. But behind that polished image was a reality few people ever saw. A life divided between two very different worlds that he managed to keep separate for decades. From the outside, Donny was the perfect teen idol, charming, clean-cut, and endlessly cheerful. But that image was carefully shaped. And as his fame exploded in the early 1970s with hits like Sweet and Innocent and Puppy Love, he found himself trapped inside it, expected to remain the same boy the world had fallen in love with, even as he was growing up and changing internally, creating the first layer of his double life. Every smile, every performance, and every public appearance reinforced an identity that no longer fully reflected who he was becoming. Behind the scenes, Donny was not just a pop star, he was a young man dealing with pressure, identity, and the struggle to be taken seriously as an artist, while still performing with his family, touring constantly, and living under the expectations of millions, turning success into something that felt increasingly restrictive rather than freeing. By the 1980s, the music industry had changed, and the teen idol image that once made him famous became a burden he could not escape. Audiences still saw him as that same boy, while he was desperately trying to reinvent himself and prove he had grown. This is where his double life became even more real, because while the public saw a fading teen star, Donny was quietly working behind the scenes to rebuild his career in a completely different way, experimenting with new sounds and stepping into unfamiliar territory. The turning point came in 1989 with Soldier of Love, a song that radio stations played without revealing the singer's identity, and something incredible happened. People loved it. The track climbed up the charts, gaining momentum purely on its sound, and only later did listeners discover it was Donny Osmond. That moment exposed the truth. When his past image was removed, his talent could still stand on its own, proving that the biggest obstacle in his career had not been his ability, but the label placed on him years earlier. But the second half of his double life was not just about music. It was about something far more personal. While the world watched him on stage and television, Donny was living a quiet and deeply grounded life at home. Married to Debbie since 1978, building a strong family away from the spotlight, giving him stability and purpose that fame alone could never offer. Over the years, he continued to evolve, moving into musical theater, television hosting, Las Vegas residencies, and even winning Dancing with the Stars. Each step showed a different side of him. For more than 30 years, Donny Osmond lived between these two worlds, the image the public believed, and the reality he quietly built. And only now does the full picture come into focus, not a story of fading fame, but one of resilience, reinvention, and balance that few artists ever achieve. If you enjoy stories that reveal the truth behind Hollywood's biggest names, subscribe to Hollywood Bulletin and press the bell icon so you never miss what really happens behind the spotlight.